All right, this clip we got Brad Viss. He's going off on this 1,600 workers from, hey, which we don't mind, from South Korea, but not with $15 billion
that they will receive from the Government of
Tax
Canada
dollars.
going forward.
Check it out.
In the contract signed between the Minister and Stellantis, has the federal government agreed on a clause allowing Stellantis to hire Korean workers rather than Canadian workers.
Canada does have a free trade agreement and a labor mobility clause with the Government of Canada. That's a good thing. But the intention, and I worked at the Department of Foreign Affairs when this contract between Canada and South Korea was signed, and the intention was not for the Government of Canada to subsidize foreign workers through major auto investments or subsidies. It was to promote the exchange of people, to build both of our economies up. And what I'm fearful of, without seeing this contract, is that that clause in the Canada Free Trade Agreement with South Korea will allow for powerful paychecks for Korean workers at the expense of Canadian taxpayers. I don't want my taxpayer dollars, nor do the constituents in Mission, Matsby, Fraser Canyon, where we don't get big investments from the federal government, unless it's a prison, by the way. We don't want our taxpayer dollars, and I can say that confidently on behalf of the people I represent, going to foreign workers, whatever the intention. So we need to figure out and get to the bottom of this contract. On doit savoir si le
We need to know whether the subsidies provided by the government will be paying for foreign workers for their salaries, and if that's the case, how much of our money will be given to each foreign worker.
If, in fact, the Canadian subsidy to Stellantis will fund foreign workers working on Canadian soil that are allowed by law to come into Canada under our free trade agreement. That's a fact. So there's lots of things we need to get to the bottom of here. But, Mr. Chair, for the member to come in and say that Conservatives need to be concerned about saying we don't have an environment policy and that we don't care about the people in Southern Ontario or the auto industry, that whatever the government's doing is a direct threat to my political party, I take issue with that. What is a direct threat to what the people I represent feel is that the government's not using taxpayer dollars wisely. And I will reiterate time and time again that the Industry Committee has a unique role in ensuring that these large subsidies do, in fact, what they're intended to do, and they cost what the government says they're going to cost. And if our recent work on this committee shows anything, is that the government has underestimated the true costs of their subsidies to these major global auto giants. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Well, it looks like the Liberal government, in their zeal to save the planet, is basically doling out dollars for other countries' workers. Well, that may not be the original plan, but it kind of makes sense that if you're going to give out billions, there should be Canadian workers. Have a good day.